Welcome back. Welcome back. What is today, man? Today, Tuesday, February 17th. We in that thing. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What if I told you you can create $1 million business and do it in 12 months? Well, that's exactly what we're doing. Listen, welcome back and thank you for joining. Today is Tuesday, February 17th. Today, we're already on episode 27. Episode 27 already. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. What are we going to be talking about today? Today, we're going to be talking about scaling your digital products and your revenue stream. So, as always, thank you guys for joining. Thank you and welcome for joining. Every single day has been action packed. Every single conversation has been absolutely amazing. And you guys have been rocking with me and growing with me behind the scenes. The DM has been coming in like crazy. People have been sliding into my inbox looking for insight. That's absolutely awesome. Listen, today we're talking about scaling your digital products and your revenue stream. What are we doing? Why are you guys here? We're building $1 million engine, right? So we're building $1 million framework and we're building our business and we're doing it in public and we're growing our newsletter subscriber base to 50,000 people. So if it's your first time joining, thank you guys for joining. Welcome back. I always encourage you, invite other people, like-minded hustlers like yourself who are interested in growing, great things for themselves. You're in the right place for this. Listen, okay, so episode 27. Who am I? Really quick, let me say, tell me I'm having a problem streaming. LinkedIn is having an issue. LinkedIn is having an issue. Come on, LinkedIn, get it right. Get it right, Linky. Get it right, LinkedIn. We got to make sure LinkedIn is in there. Okay. All right. So I'm Patrick Hart, Hart, kind of like Kevin Hart, except he's way funnier and he has way more money than me. But the thing that I got going for me is I got this live that I'm able to share with you. It's how we're building $1 million playbook and we're doing it from scratch. So I'm Patrick Hart, known as that healthcare guy, Army veteran, spent 6 years in the military, did 2 tours overseas. This was during 9/11, right? So I'm that guy. Also was a former healthcare executive, was an executive member of a technology company that we sold at the end of 2018 for a lot of money, right? And then in 2023, I decided to become a full-time entrepreneur. On my journey to becoming a full-time entrepreneur, I decided that I wanted to create a business that led with impact and then had scalability. And so that's why I decided to land on a newsletter. And I've been creating this newsletter in public with the help and the assistance of all the viewers that have been tapping in. So if you're just now joining, thank you. I'm Patrick Hart, known as that healthcare guy. And every single day, Monday through Friday, they're only 30 minutes episodes. We give you a small playbook that you can run that particular week or insight that you can do that particular day to help you hit your $1 million framework for your particular business as well. So if you're first time here, there's a QR code top right-hand corner. You can click on that. It has all my information on it. 2 things I want you to do from that. 1, sign up for the newsletter. It's called Hustling 25/8, right? Sign up for the newsletter. 2, invite somebody else. And then 3, if you're interested in learning more about what you missed, because this is episode 27, go back in that QR code, go to the link in my bio, go to the playlist that I created on YouTube called Building $1 Million Business. And then that you'll find the other 26 episodes in there that you can go back and watch. Now, I encourage you to go watch those ASAP, because if you've ever been on social media, right, you frequent social media, you know what they've been doing. They've been trying to clear space to make room for new content that comes on board. So what am I saying? I can't guarantee you that playlist will be active for the next 30 plus days, but right now it's active today. So go check that out. It's called Building $1 Million Business. It's in my YouTube playlist. You can click on that. It's exactly what we're doing now, but it's the previous 26 episodes. All right. So real quick, what I would like you to do, what I would love for you guys to do, always drop your first name. That'd be great. You know who you are, what platform you're streaming from. That's going to be dope. And the reason that is, 1, I want to say thank you for joining, because you guys have been rocking with me. I appreciate the love, Artemis, on on TikTok. And I'm new to TikTok, so I appreciate the love, family. Thank you, man. And I lost my train of thought. But anyway, let's get into it. We're building $1 million business today here in 2026, right? And everything that I'm doing is really just sharing with you the playbook, the conversations that I'm having, the automations, the tools that we've been adopting, the platforms we're using. Everything is going to be pretty much an open book right here. So if you got questions, maybe something that we've already covered before, feel free to use that chat box, drop any chat you have in there, and then I keep working with you guys as well. Let me see. Looking for angel investors. You say you're building $1 million business. You're looking for angel. Shit, we're always looking for. Everybody's looking for angel investors. Listen, that's a way to grow. But those people You really got to have a solid playbook in place. And then if you keep rocking with your boy and building out your systems properly, you can set yourself up to attract angel investors as well. All right. So today we're talking about scaling your digital products. Listen, if you've been rocking with, every single episode, we've been giving you tons of valuable insight, and it's all free. So I'd encourage you to go check out the previous ones, because every single minute I'm talking, like I barely pause because I got so much to run through. In fact, I'm 5 minutes into this and I got a whole agenda that I need to run through for you guys. I see you Instagram family joining. I see my LinkedIn family joining. I see my YouTube family joining. I see the TikTok family joining. Then I also got Facebook in the background. Facebook be those quiet lurkers. Like, I see a lot of views after these plays, like after this runs, everybody's tapping in on Facebook. So now we're shifting from one offer to a revenue architecture. Okay. Most people, they don't fail because their product is bad. They fail because their offers, they don't connect to one another. This episode teaches you how money compounds when offers are intentional. Okay. I see I can't keep up with everything going on in the chat on TikTok, but I'm going to try to get back to you, family. But as I work through this agenda, I appreciate the love that's been coming in. So let's talk about the products versus income streams. Okay. If we're building $1 million business, we need to know where our money comes from. And we need to know how to attract the right people to our offers, right? So let's talk about product versus income streams. A product makes you money. Everybody knows that. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know, but a product system makes you predictable money. And this is what we're trying to get to. If you're going to build $1 million framework, you have to have a predictable model that's actually going to lead to $1 million of income, right? We're not building products. We're building a predictable system that now we can predict how much money is going to come in on a monthly basis. At some point, you're no longer launching offers anymore, okay? Everybody wants to launch an offer, which is great. A lot of people are really good at launching offers, but are they converting? Are you making money from that, right? What we're designing a customer progression portal, right? This is what we should be looking at. If you're going to build your $1 million framework, you got to think about your customer progression portal. How does your customer progress throughout your funnels, right? How do they progress throughout your flywheel? You got to always think about that. There's a difference between, like, this is the difference. Once you start thinking like this, you're no longer being a creator anymore. Now you start becoming a business owner. And so a lot of us, we create content to drive visibility for our business, but you find out you're spending a lot more time creating content or products and solutions, but you're never driving any traffic. We want to get away from that. This is why it's so important to have a system, our flywheel in place that's going to help us get there. Okay. Let's talk about this really quick. Let's talk about the product ecosystem. It's also known as the value ladder psychology. Okay. Y'all tap in, listen to your boy. I'm going to drop the insight every single time. People, they don't just jump into an expensive purchase. And a lot of us thinking, man, if I'm going to build $1 million, product, some of my things need to be $2,000. They need to be $5,000. I need to sell $10,000 items and all this stuff. Listen, most people are not just going to, just because they just saw your face one time, they're not going to jump in and spending $5, $6, $7, $10,000 with you just because they've seen you a couple of times on Instagram or seen you a couple of times on TikTok. That doesn't work like that, right? People, they don't jump into expensive. They step into certainty. So if you understand the psychology behind this, you also can build your $1 million framework. Now I'm going to hit into this really quick. Before I do, if you haven't signed up for that newsletter, sign up for that newsletter today. We're growing that baby to 50,000. Right now we have right at about 6,000, right? And we're looking to grow that to 50,000 here in 2026. Is it possible? Absolutely. That's why you're here. And I can only do it with your assistance as well as your help. So again, thank you guys for joining. So people, they don't buy expensive, they buy certainty. Each product that you create should remove a different type of risk for your audience. So we got low ticket items, right? They removed out. You can get low ticket buyers to buy all day. They removed out because, they're like, okay, I don't have to invest a lot in order to get a little. Mid-ticket offers, they remove confusion. Your courses, if you create courses, your courses remove skill gaps, or they fill in the skill gaps for people. And then your sprints, they remove execution hesitation. This is how laddering actually works. And I'm going to explain a little bit more in that. Remember, the chat box is going to be open, and I see more and more people coming in. Thank you, family, for popping in. Remember, sign up for the newsletter. More importantly, invite other people like-minded, just like you, to these. I do them every single day, Monday through Friday at noon Central Standard Time. They're only 30 minutes long. So let's talk about the commitment escalator, okay? Every purchase is not about money. And I know you're like, what the hell? What are you talking about, Pat? How is it not about money? Listen, stick with me. Stick with me. Let me break the game down to you because I'm trying to help you build your $1 million framework. Every purchase is not about money. It's about identity. Okay, let me talk to you. Well, what are we identifying? Well, your low ticket offers, right? When you get like a $49 buyer, what are they? They're curious. They're curious. They're thinking, okay, I can invest $50 and see if this makes sense for me. So they're curious. Then you move to your mid-ticket items, right? This is your mid-level buyer. Let's say you got a $299 buyer. I call them the mid-ticket buyers, right? These people here, those are the people who bought the $49 toolkit, but now they see the value in what they bought in $49, and now they want the full system at $299, right? So I started with the $49 offer. Now I'm giving them, and I give them tons of value in that $49 offer. A lot of people think your $49 offer, you have to skimp on your product, services, or solution. Not me. If you buy one of my $49 offers, it's packed with tons of information. It's actually worth like a $300 offer, but I give it to you for $49 only because I know if I create enough value in the front end, I can actually move you through my funnel to provide additional value for you through my middle and my high level, my funnel system as well. So, right, you can adopt the psychology like this. Don't skip on value. In fact, I would give more than what you would normally give when you're creating your courses, your services, or your products often, right? So now we're taking somebody from $49 to $299 because I saw the value in $49, and now they want the full system. Now we go from a $299 buyer to a $997 buyer. What do we learn from that buyer? This is the type of buyer they're committed. They're committed to themselves. They're committed to your offer. They're committed to the transformation, right? So now I still call that $997 buyer a mid-level buyer. It's the mid to upper tier. Then we can move to the high-level buyers, right? And these are the buyers who are willing to invest $5,000 in a tool, product, system, whatever you got to offer, right? These buyers right here, these buyers are decided. What do I mean by that? They've already decided that they want a full transformation in their life, and they're tired of waiting until tomorrow to do it. So they're willing to spend $5,000 today in order to get the transformation that they're looking for. You see what I'm saying? So the psychology effects, we're going from a curious buyer to a serious buyer to a committed buyer to someone who's already decided that they're ready for the full transformation. This is how the psychology works when you're crafting your own business structure as well. So what are we doing each and every time? Each and every time we're increasing transformation proximity. And this is what people are looking for. When people buy your product, services, and or solutions, what are they looking for? They're looking for transformation. And this is what we need to be delivering. What is your product, services, or solutions going to transform? So when you're taking somebody from $49 to $299 to $997 to $5,000, each one should be designed to transform them in such a way, and they get so much value that they're willing to come back. So this is how I'm thinking. This is my psychology method, and you can adopt that as well for yourself. So here's a product positioning rule that I want to share with you guys. Let me pause real quick. More people coming in. Thank you guys for joining. As always, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't. There's a QR code top right-hand corner. Depending on where you're streaming from, there may be a floating banner with the information directly to the Hustling 25-8 newsletter, or you go to my link in the bio, and all my information is in there. I mean, even phone number, all my social channels. You can follow your boy across all of them. So I appreciate it as well. So let's talk about the product positioning rule. Every offer that you create, it must answer a different question, right? So let me give you some insight. I'm going to give you personal insight into mine. And if you're on my newsletter, you can go to the products page and you can follow along with me as well. So one of my first products that I created was a swipe kit. It's a DM swipe kit, right? And it's designed for professionals and entrepreneurs who are active on social media, but they struggle to convert their posts into qualified inbound DM conversations. There's a lot of people that I talk to behind the scenes. It's a $49 toolkit, and it's packed with so much information. It's designed for professionals and entrepreneurs who are active on social media, but struggle to convert their posts into qualified DMs. This is where you want to start, right? You're gonna hit me up after the fact. You can like, well, damn, you gave me all that value for $49. Absolutely, I did, because I want you coming back. And my whole purpose of designing the Hustling 25-8 newsletter was to do one thing, was to move you forward, get you unstuck, help you build the life that you're trying to build, right? So we start with that $49 base offer. And then we go to a bundle. So the bundle this is my mid-ticket offers, $299. Who is it designed for? It's for the experts and the entrepreneurs who have the knowledge, but they lack a clean, high-ticket offer to effectively monetize their expertise. Let me say that again. It's for experts and entrepreneurs who have the knowledge, but they lack a clean, high-ticket offer to effectively monetize their expertise. So what am I doing here? I'm helping you monetize what you already know in a simple framework and playbook. It's $299. What does it include? It's the full end-to-end system to include content, DM close, premium offers, to include your builds for other people. Whether you want to build a $5,000 offer, or $10,000 offer, or $15,000 bills, it's all included. Everything is included, including your closing scripts and your swipe kit for $299. It's my bundle value, right? And people keep coming back for more. Why am I sharing this with you? One is because it's a product, service, or solution that you can buy today, you can pick up today, that's going to change your life tomorrow. Two is because I want to give you the structure, the framework, and the psychology that you need to create your own playbook as well. So this is how we're thinking as we're moving our customers from one tool to the next tool. So the mid is $299. And then what I haven't created yet, remember, I only kicked this thing off January the 11th. So I am 35 days into this. We're only 35 days into this. We're already on episode 27. So kudos to us. Kudos to you for rocking with your boy. But at some point, I will begin to offer courses as well, right? And then your courses, when you think about your courses, these could be your mid-ticket to your high-ticket offers. Courses generally range from $297 to $997. So my courses that I've been working on behind the scenes is probably going to fit within that parameter. And you want to think about that for yourself as well. Then as you're moving your customers along through the journey and they keep seeing the value, one of the things you want to look at is maybe offering a sprint, right? Maybe you're a coach, maybe you're an ad agency, whatever, and you have sprints for your particular business. Maybe you're providing some type of service and people need more one-on-one time with you so they can better understand it, so they can deploy it, or so they can have a greater impact, right? And those sprints, like for me, for instance, my sprints, they're very high ticket. These are probably going to range somewhere between $3,500 to $5,500 sprints. And for me, they're going to be extremely limited, maybe 10 to 12 people, and that's it. Because I don't want to invest a whole lot of time in that personal one-on-one with people, especially when I know my time means money for me, right? Now, a lot of people, you want to be a coach, great. You can be a coach, but your time is going to be valuable at some point. You can only coach so many people. So you need to maximize your time that you give to other people, right? That's going to be a strategic business decision that you make for yourself. So that's why my sprints are going to be high ticket items, $3,500 to $5,500, only 10 to 12 people. And they're going to be high impact, high touch, and they're probably going to last for like 30 days. Like we're going to get it in 30 days, and then you're going to come out a brand new person in 30 days. I haven't put those together yet. At some point, y'all stay tuned, and then I'll let you know when I'll put those together. But this is how we need to be thinking as you're moving your customers along. We're not overlap. There's no overlap. There's no confusion. We're giving clear decisions in our framework, right? Let me talk about, I would be remiss. I just dropped, today is Tuesday. So my newsletter drops every Tuesdays and Fridays, okay? So I just dropped one this morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I want to share with you, one, you should join the newsletter. But two, I just introduced a new low ticket offer that's changing the game. And this is for those mid-level professionals who are looking to move their career from a manager to a director to a VP of whatever you want it to be, right? It's a $49 framework. Let's talk about it. I call it the VP resume plus LinkedIn reframe. It's a career monetization entry point for whoever that needs this, right? Because here's the thing. And what is it designed for? It's designed to rewrite your resume plus your LinkedIn profile to a VP level proof point, all within 60 minutes, so you can attract more interviews for those VP positions, right? So you want to check that out. It's $49. Let me talk about it. This product matters. Why does this product matter? Because some people, they don't want a business. I don't talk just to entrepreneurs. Like if you follow my newsletters designed for mid-level professionals and entrepreneurs looking to create the life that they're looking for, right? So I have to speak to both particular audiences. You have to speak to both particular, at least I do, right? So some people, they don't want a business. Some people, they just want higher income. And that's a lot of us. I mean, that was me 3 years ago. I'm like, shit, I don't want a business. I just I just want more income. Make sure my checking and savings be checking and saving so I can do the things that I want, right? Some people just want a higher income. So I'm meeting them where they are instead of forcing entrepreneurship on them. And I'm not selling a resume. This is not about selling a resume. It's selling perceived authority. This is where a lot of people lack getting those next level in their career. They're stuck at that manager position. They can never get past director. They can never get into that C-suite position. This is designed to do that. It's going to give you the framework to help you get exactly where you need to be. Because you understand this, recruiters, they're higher based on positioning faster than experience. A lot of people think, man, I got the experience. I do this, I do that, I do that. Okay, that's great. But recruiter, they're sorting through hundreds and stacks of resume. What's going to make yours stand out, right? Are you using the right words? Do you understand how your ATS, how are they picking up people out of the system once you hit submit? Because if you don't understand this, then you're probably not getting interviews. And if you're not getting interviews, you can't get that role, right? So that's why I created the $49 VP resume plus LinkedIn reframe. It's a $49 offer, right? The reframe changes everything. It changes how you're evaluated. It shows how you compensated and what rooms you enter. Like if you do this right, it's going to help you enter more rooms. That's why the 60-minute transformation is extremely valuable at the $49. And let me run through really quick what is included. The headline formulas, about templates, the proof block builder. If you don't know what that is, you tap into it because it's going to be very important for you to understand that. They got 10 bullet rewrite templates, ATS keyword map, 60-minute checklist, and a before and after mini gallery, all included for $49. Check it out. You're going to find it highly valuable. So career product buyers often become. Why did I create this? One, because I have a lot of mid-level professionals looking to elevate. They want to grow their careers so they can get into the money that they feel like they're worth and value to earn. I also know this too, because I used to be a mid-level professional. Those same folks who invest in courses and toolkits like that, they become brand builders. At some point, they want to build their brand bigger than what it is, right? They also may become content creators. A logical next step is once you become, your VP of whatever you've been doing it so many years, you decide your value is worth more if you bet it on yourself. So a lot of these people also become brand builders and they become future business owners. So this is not separate from the ecosystem that I already built. It actually it feeds it already. So let's talk about the scaling multiple products, running offers without chaos. Listen, you don't manage, and I want you to guys get out of here. No one should be managing your products manually. We should be past that. We should be past that at this point. But if you're not, this is why we should do it. Because once you get past that, we don't manage products. What we start managing is flows. What flows, how our traffic flows into our entry products, how our traffic flows into our follow-up emails, how our traffic flows into our upsell pathways, how our traffic flows into our re-engagement systems. Because automation, once you get good at automation allows you to expand without you becoming overwhelmed in how you expand. Speaking of that, let me pause really quick because I've been doing a lot of this myself. I got some AI agents that I've been training. I got some coaches that I use on separate items. But when it comes to automations, for me, it's still a weak point for me. I can do some things myself, but it's not fully the way that I want it to be yet, right? So I'm missing out on opportunities. So if you're a person out there and you're really good on automations, slide in my DMs. Y'all let me know because there may be a partnership opportunity there. But I need my automations to hit, they need to stick, and they need to be making sure my flywheel stays intact, okay? So this is going to be an opportunity for somebody out there. If you're watching this or you're sharing this with somebody, tell them to slide in my DMs. If you're an automation specialist, hit me up. Let's talk about how we can partner together. So here's an important business principle. I got 6 minutes. I want to make sure I wrap this up quickly. You don't need more products. A lot of people think they need more products. You don't need more products. What you need more exposure per product. That's a different way of thinking, okay? You can have a handful of products and still make your $1 million, right? A lot of people think, man, I need to work on creating this product and that product. I need to solve this problem and that problem and that problem. And then you spend all your time creating products and solutions, but you're not selling shit. Like the whole goal of creating your business is to sell something, right? So we don't need more products. We need more exposure. Most creators, they launch endlessly. Like you're always launching something, right? Operators, you optimize endlessly. Like we're always tweaking, we're always optimizing. We're seeing what keywords work, what resonates, what doesn't work, what is the market calling for. This is where you start optimizing to make sure that whatever your product, services, or solutions is meeting the needs of the buyers who are looking to frequent your particular site, right? You know what scaling comes from? When you start scaling, it comes from distribution, not invention. Meaning that we're not spending all of our time inventing more products. We get better at distributing our products and our services. Okay. Let's talk about the compounding math really quick. One product, you can have one product that's earning you $5,000 a month. And it may feel small. I know a lot of people out there, man, if I got $5,000 a month on one product, they're happy, they're celebrating. And that's cool, but we're building $1 million framework, right? So if we have 5 products, each earning $5,000 a month, now guess what? Now we're becoming a company. It's becoming real deal. We're not playing around. I got 5 products, each generating $5,000 a month. That's $60,000. We're talking about, that's $60,000 a month in revenue. You do the math, 60 times 12, that's $720,000 a year. Like you got a real business at this point, right? So this is where we want to get to. We don't need 10 to 15 products. We need 5 to 7 good products that actually solve real needs. And then we work on our distribution for those particular products. And really quick, I'm going to talk about the monetization flywheel. We're turning our attention into capital, okay? Money shouldn't leave our system, meaning it should stay in our portal, in our ecosystem. It should circulate. This is what a flywheel is designed to do. It takes a customer from here to here to here to here to here. And the money keeps within your flywheel, okay? If you've never heard of flywheel before, look that up, because what you want to create for your business is your money flywheel. Because now we want to go from attention to revenue to growth to more attention. That's how it works. We get attention, we get revenue, we get growth, and then we get more attention. Now, each activity, it starts funding the next activity. We also need the capital reinvestment mindset. What is this, Patrick? What are we talking about? A capital reinvestment mindset. Instead of spending our profits, because most of us, listen, our checking and saving starts adding up. We're like, we're balling. Let's go to the store, babe. I'm going to that Louis Vuitton store. I'm getting me that new Louis Vuitton loafers. I'm getting that belt. Your boy got to look good, right? So, most of us, we want to do that, but we're not there yet. We're trying to stack those chips, right? So we need to invest in a capital investment mindset, meaning we're not spending our profits yet. We redeploy our profits because our sponsors, they start funding our growth. Our growth, fuels our sales. Our sales fund the way we scale. That's how solo creators and operators start thinking like companies, okay? I see you, family. Thank you for popping in. All right, so what we want to get to is we want to get to reinvesting our money so that sponsors start paying for our growth starts funding our sales, and then our sales start funding the way we scale, okay? Here's the $1 million breakdown really quick. The goal becomes believable once we start separating out where's our money coming from. This is where a lot of people get struck. You're a small business owner, you're an everyday hustler, you're a go-getter, you want to create something of value, and you're thinking, okay, I just need 1, 2 products, or maybe 5 or 10 products, and you start focusing on those products. What are we doing, and how are we building out our $1 million framework? We're doing something completely different. It's not really different. It may be different from the way you was thinking about how you was going to scale your $1 million. So for me, this is how I'm thinking about. I got audience revenue, the revenue I get that all these channels pay me for streaming, right? That can be one, audience revenue. 2 is I got product revenue, the money that I made from the products or services that I have available. That's going to be my second. 3 is going to be my premium revenue. Your premium revenue could come from built-in your courses. It could come from your subscriber base, things like that. You got premium revenue. And so I got 3 big important revenue levers right now that I can pull from that's going to help me get to $1 million. Know this, nobody jumps into making $1 million in 30 days. It's a whole system, it's a whole framework that needs to be designed to help you get there. So let's always think about the big picture. We're not thinking small anymore. We're playing chess, not checkers. You got it. We're not playing checkers. They stack reliable streams, okay? We're stacking reliable streams. So here's the real lesson here. You don't build a business with one win, right? You build it with coordinated small wins. Multiple streams reduce pressure, which increases consistency. We want to get consistent, which also increases success. We're not chasing money anymore. We're building a machine that produces it. So I want to leave you with that, guys. As always, like, chat box is open. I got a minute before I close this thing out. Today we talked about scaling our digital products and our revenue streams. I'm Patrick Hart, known as that healthcare guy across social. Sign up for the newsletter. It's Hustling 25-8. Use the link that I have in my bio, top right hand corner, or you can go to the link in my bio, right, and go to the playlist. Watch the Building $1 Million playlist. It's going to be 27 episodes after today. It's going to drop, and they're all on there on my YouTube page. You can watch that. The other thing too is follow me across the channels. You know, every single channel I'm going to do something different. I'm about to invest in a coach for Instagram, so my content there's going to be different. And if you've been rocking with me already, you're already on Instagram and you're already on TikTok, right? I haven't dropped anything new yet because I'm really been working on my strategy for the $1 million framework and the $1 million framework. However, that's about to change because I realized growth comes through multiple systems, not just one system. Meaning we're going to use multiple tools. We're going to use LinkedIn, we're going to use YouTube, and we're going to use Instagram as well as TikTok to help us get to $1 million here in 2026. So y'all continue to rock with my boy, rock with your boy. I continue to provide you more insight on the moves that we're actually making to help you get to your $1 million playbook as well. Sign up for the newsletter today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, noon Central Standard Time. Until next time, family, let's keep hustling. Let's keep getting it. I'll see you on the other side.